It's hard. I made it to stage. There's like 12 or 13 stages. I made it to stage 9 on normal, but each stage gets a little harder. So. Mm. I tried to get CR guitar on tonight, but he's at the cabin.
Oh, he's still hunting. You catch J Tech show today?
Some of it, beginning.
Yeah, I caught the first like 20
I
minutes
thought
of
about
it.
jumping on for a while, but I was cutting up deer. I'm gonna cut up more after the show too.
I think it wasn't he ain't had nobody on when I was checking it out, and I seen eventually uh Oz had hopped in there. I think he said TW was gonna hop in there, but I ain't stick
I
around
was
for it.
listening to when I was cutting up deer, so my hands were full of blood. And
He playing that Cosby Trucker game.
I just sold a Switch,
Which one? The OG?
the light, yeah,
Oh, that's what's up. How much you get out of it? $75?
880.
No, that ain't bad. That ain't bad
I
at all.
I was selling it for 100, and I had a lot of people that wanted it before Christmas. But I was too fucking sick to meet anybody, so they're like, "I'll come get it right now." I'm like, because people were trying to get that last minute, you know what I'm saying, Christmas thing.
Yeah.
But I was like, I ain't fucking going nowhere, dude. I can't speak. I can't. I ain't doing shit.
At 75, 75. I mean, no, $80, $80.
Yeah, it would have been nice to get that 100, but it's harder to sell it right after Christmas than right before Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
I had 5 people asking if they could come today, like the 23rd and 24th. I was like, man, I'm not meeting nobody today. I'm not leaving my bed. I didn't even go to Christmas. I'm not gonna sell nothing.
I feel that though. My whole house was sick. Look, yeah, I'm surprised I still ain't caught it yet. My son saw catching, he was catching some last night. 20, it was hurt.
Only pussies get sick.
Damn, damn.
I thought I was sick a couple days ago. I was pissed, but I wasn't. Just some dry ass throat. Like, man, I'm a fucking pussy. How am I gonna get sick now?
I don't know, but I gotta get out of this bad habit of when I was sick, I was sleeping all the time. Now I want to sleep all the damn time. I went from 6 hours to like 14 hours a day.
I got
Mm.
real sick at the beginning of 2025 for like a week, but I don't only get sick every couple years, so I think I'm good for a while.
I didn't get sick at all till I had these fucking kids.
Yeah,
Goddamn little
yeah.
bacteria carriers.
That's about how I used to be.
I wasn't
Nah,
sick from age 8 to fucking 30. Then I got kids. Once they started going to school, it was a fucking wrap.
Man, my son don't go to school. He still can't get sick. I mean, not as much, but still gets
You know who else gets sick a lot? People that work in daycares.
I bet.
Except for the Somalian daycares, because they ain't nobody there.
Yeah, man. I just started early, man. I seen that joint. They was talking about that one dude had them $2,000 glasses.
3,000.
I was like, come on, we talking about they had broke in and
oh
stole the
yeah,
records.
yeah. They
That
stole
shit
all
was
the
funny,
checks
dude.
and all the paperwork. That's it. Like, So they
But hey,
stole
they ain't still got
every
You
piece
still
really
of
ain't still
think
got
we're
two
evidence.
dumb?
thousand dollar glasses though.
They stole only the shit that he needed to show that he did have
He got
kids
like
in
a
there.
$600,000 house too.
Crazy, bro.
They've
That
been
don't.
robbing us blind for 20 years.
Hey man.
I know a lot of their schemes too. Like a lot of them, because they'll be married to like 3 women, and they'll have them all on welfare, and then like they'll just mooch off of fucking all them women. You know what I mean? And then
That's
he'll have all
crazy,
their
bro.
families in the same house, and then they get tax-free loans, so they open up a business and they don't have to pay taxes for 8 years. And after 8 years, they'll just transfer it into fucking their cousin Zimbabwe's fucking name and shit like that. So they never pay taxes.
That's
They know
crazy how
all.
they
They
got
know how
set
to
up.
fucking work the system, my guy. Like crazy.
I told him how to do it.
What is up, gamers?
What's poppin'?
We're just chilling, chewing the shit before we get the show started. Give people some time to come on in. What is up, Crash? What's up, RPG? And Crash, I literally said, "What's up?" You're the first one I said hi to on the chat. Uh,
Yup.
what is up, Henry? And what is up, RPG? RPG, back to the classic name. I like it. I love it.
Mhm. Mhm.
Don't be trying to change shit again, RPG. Talking about Freight, Voyager. What's the other name he had? I forget.
It was it. That was it. It was Voyager 88 and then Freight
Oh yeah, yeah.
Voyager.
Voyager 88. Yeah. Henry, you see the? Probably not, but just in case, did you see that reel I sent you on Instagram?
Hell no, I don't got my notifications on that cut on. Hold on, bro.
It's it's Arc Raiders, and the dude's like, yeah, I usually I usually show up and I fucking pop their ass, but I killed this one dude, and he's like, all I was doing is trying to get mushrooms. And he's like, I feel bad, and it's been like 2 3 days, and I still feel bad about that shit. I ain't never playing that game again. And I'm just like, see, that game makes people
Hey,
fucking
bro.
soft.
Hey,
Soft
dude,
is
bro.
baby shit,
Hey, dude, bro. You see how I got walked down on yesterday, man.
man. Soft as baby shit, bro. That's all y'all. And look what I'm talking about. This big black dude talk about, yeah, I
Mhm.
feel
I
bad.
seen him.
Man, you don't get your fucking murdering spree going. Like, this is a game. That's what you do. It's PvPvE. That's the point. We're gonna get into that tonight because that's funny.
Oh man.
I ain't gonna play that game ever again. I wasted my fucking money.
Nah, bro. Nah, bro. We're gonna play it again, bro.
No.
We're gonna play it again Thursday.
Mm-mm. That game
Yeah,
is
bro.
fucking gay. Everybody is
No, it
soft.
ain't.
Nobody wants to fuck. Nobody's even playing in the fucking game. Just imagine going into like Helldivers talking about, yeah, well, let's not kill the bugs. We feel bad.
What are you talking about? Helldivers or Ark? Right, I mean Ark or
Art,
fucking Splitgate.
art Raiders. Splitgate was that shit, boy.
Yeah, Splitgate be popping. But people like different shit. That's an arena
Yeah.
shooter RPG like the battle royales. Uh, what's this called? Ex- uh,
Extraction.
yeah, Extraction.
Yep.
You know, I wasted my I had $15 left, so I wasted $17. I had a $50 gift card. Bought the trucker game, which was like $17. Then I bought that one space game I was talking about with the cooking and the shit. That one was like
Mhm.
$12 or something. Then I had $15 left, so then I used that to buy Arc Raiders, and it's on sale for $30. So I came out of pocket like $16 17, but wasted,
Nah, bro. Nah, bro. It's a quality game right there. That's the most innovative game of the year right there.
fucking garbage. And look, I know I say a lot of games, like shit that Nelson likes is like garbage, or like live service is garbage, or like Souls games is garbage. I'm like half joking, right? But like this game, I ain't joking. I'm not half joking. It's complete fucking trash. It's garbage. If
What
you're a
game?
soft fucking pussy who's out here, don't shoot! Like you're a fucking fag too. You're garbage.
Hey, when, you, when we about to walk up on them two dudes, say you were like, this what you do?
Oh yeah, yeah. That is what you do. That is exactly what you do. Fucking falling asleep
Beg
and
for your
shit.
life.
Oh man, that shit was funny in the
Man,
motherfucker, boy.
me and Henry we went into this one building, and he walks in, and I'm like a little confused at first because I'm like, bro, there's somebody over there. You're just walking in like y'all friends and shit. Like we just meeting up with another group, and then they start shooting at
Oh man.
Henry. So then I'm like, Henry, that's what you be doing? You just be walking up in here like, don't shoot.
Hey, bro, I walked smooth up in that bitch, bro. They started throwing gas grenades and everything, bro.
I was confused. I'm like,
Needless to say, I got killed first, man. They fucked me up.
yeah, I couldn't understand it. And I play a lot with Henry, and this is like abnormal behavior. Like I just couldn't. It didn't compute in my mind. Like, why the fuck is he just walking up in there? Like, did he not see them? Like, he's right fucking there.
Hey, man, you cut on that art race, you go out there, man. You automatically disarm yourself, man.
That's crazy.
That
That's
shit
like
was funny than a
like living
motherfucker,
right in
boy.
the middle of the city of Chicago, but going to bed and leaving your doors unlocked.
Straight up,
Man,
straight up, boy. As soon as I walked up in there, man, them folks started shooting, throwing grenades.
shit, even the daycare centers in Minnesota lock their doors.
I'm telling you, bro. Cover the windows and everything up in that bitch. Oh
RPG
man,
said, we're calling out neutrals and arc. No, I'm not calling out the neutrals. There's a lot of people that play that game, but there's people like they have a whole website to like this is how soft this fucking game is. There's a whole website for this game for people that fight other people. People can go to this website and report them and put them on a list as like a toxic player. So if you're the type of person that goes in there and plays the game how it's supposed to, you people can take your name, put it on this website so other players know that you're a quote unquote toxic fucking player. Like that's the
hey
kind of
man,
level of fucking faggotry that's going on in this fucking game.
your boy said, so we just walk around, collect, collect the trash.
I'm like, so what you doing? Just collect trash? That's it.
Hey, bro, that shit was funny than a motherfucker, boy.
Man, yeah, it's insane. I've never experienced something like that in my life. Have you? I haven't. Have you?
Hey, that shit was funny though. Cause you said that shit, I started thinking about it. I was like, yeah, that is kind of, that is what you be fucking doing in here. Walk around,
You
collecting
just
scrap
collect
over
trash and
here.
go home.
Yeah, literally,
Yeah, that's it.
literally. Yeah. And the crazy part about it all,
Garbage collection simulator.
the crazy part about the fucking game is that it looks badass. Like the sequence to go to the surface, like you strap yourself in this like I don't know what it is. What is it like a cart or like a train or something? And you strap yourself like the sequence is badass. The music is badass. It's like you're going to war. It's like a survival. Like it's just the graphics are beautiful. The gameplay feels really good. And the first thing you fucking do when you get to the servers is don't shoot. Like, I just don't understand it. But that game
Are her ears broken?
has me looking forward to Marathon. As crazy as it may sound,
Nah, that don't sound crazy, man. Marathon gonna be a hitter. Certified. Ain't gonna be no don't shoot a marathon.
bingo.
Motherfuckers in marathon, as soon as they see you, boy, they letting it fly.
hmm Immediately. I still remember when we were trapped in the vents. Remember that?
Oh yeah, I remember that. You had one end, I had the other end.
Yeah, bro. That was fire. We died, but it was still fire.
Are you sure? It looks
We
Yeah, I
like
were
think cause they changed they made some adjustments to that T2K. So
we were ass to ass, bro. Ass to ass.
Like watermelon.
Yeah, marathon gonna be a hitter, boy. This one be at. You hit me up, you already know what I'm gonna be on. As soon as go to my name on the PSN, you gonna say marathon on that bitch.
I mean, I probably won't buy it day one, but
You
I'll
ain't
buy
got
it
to.
eventually.
Carlo, girl. You don't just need to go in other people's
Now I
faces.
gotta go back to my once a day video on YouTube to make up the money for the fucking money I wasted on Arc Raiders.
Okay. Good night
Nah,
now.
bro. Nah, bro.
I should be a free to play game. As a matter of fact, they should pay people to play that fucking game. Even though it's a digital only game, they should mail a fucking garbage can to every single person who bought the fucking game as a
Nah,
reminder of
bro.
the shit that you go get every day.
Hey, man, that 500 concurrent on Steam alone, bro.
Hey, the game did sell about 8 million.
The boys getting that paper.
Yeah, that's huge. I mean, there's 7 million confirmed, but the last reporting was like a month ago. So they're closer to 8 by now, I'm guessing, because the engagement hasn't went down. It's actually going up still. So I'm guessing they're still
Could be
Yeah,
even
selling.
bro.
more. Fucking Helldivers did like 20.
Yeah, but it's only been, what, 2 months?
That's true.
Yeah, bro. Our Raiders out here putting Embark on the map.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of people play Arc Raiders that don't normally play the game because of that.
Yeah,
Don't shoot
yeah,
shit,
yeah,
so they feel safer, which is cool. It's just not for me
yeah.
or anybody else that I know, except Henry.
Josh, I had already said it's gonna be like a chill joint. You just, you know what I'm saying, while you playing the podcast or doing the podcast, you go on there and just collect garbage.
I should have done that so you guys can see the fucked up shit I deal with.
You know what I mean? You go in there joint solo, you just, do your little missions, collecting your resources, and then hand back the Speranza and, leveling up your stations.
Bro, I did
That's all you
three
doing, bro.
missions.
Just grinding.
The night you stood me up, I did 3 missions by
Wow.
myself, and I had
Wow.
like $15,000.
Wow.
It don't take much. You just gotta collect about 13 wires, 2 cloths, fucking 1 spring, and bam, that's like 7 G's right there.
Yeah, they fill that book bag up, you in there. That's it. They fill that book bag up.
Yo, it's crazy. This game, you're going to collecting shit. I find it in the goddamn recycling bin at work.
Literally, like one of my quests was to get 6 wires. That was that was one of the quests. Get 6 wires, and
Yeah, bro.
it took Henry to come in and play with me to me complete it. That's what makes it even more fucked up. But y'all gentlemen ready?
Yeah, brother.
Looks like
I thought we were
nobody's
live
coming in.
already.
So we are live.
Oh.
Yeah, RPG's been saying you're lame.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Fuck him.
And you said your controller loud.
The what? Yeah, he said he said you got a vibrator. That was last week. Oh, that shit was hilarious, bro. We're like, damn, what the fuck's that noise? And this fucking Nelson's controller that he puts in between his thighs. Still going 150 miles an hour today. But ain't nobody here except for us. So welcome to the State of Gaming podcast on this beautiful Sunday evening. And today
Yeah, buddy.
it's my last day before I gotta go back to work, man. Fucking
Yeah, buddy.
vacation time is over. Bro, in the last 2 months, I've only worked like 40 days. Not even. Like,
Ain't
actually,
mad at it.
like 25 days in 2 months. So
My parents are in Mexico right now. My dad's retired.
Oh,
it's
that's
gonna
tough.
suck. It is gonna suck. But
He,
I
he was talking to my kids today. He's like, "Oh, you gotta go back to school." He's like, "Oh yeah, I gotta go back." Oh wait, no, I don't. I never have to go back again. He's happy.
yeah, I would be
Ain't nothing
too.
wrong with that. Yeah, yeah.
What up,
Sl-
Talgeezy? How you doing? But
Florida.
today we are gonna talk gaming, and before we do, let me introduce you to our special guest of the evening, which you should just be called the co-host to the co-host to the co-host, because he's here about twice a month any damn way.
Mm-hmm.
It's Mr. Henry Heck. Henry, how
Yes,
are
sir.
you?
What's poppin'?
Let the people know what games you've been playing besides fucking bitch ass Arc Raider.
Hey man, I've been on that arc, man. That's what I've been on. Been on that arc. Been on that Assassin's Creed Shadows.
Oh yeah,
And
talk a little bit about that. How you liking that?
bruh, I'm digging it, man. I'm like, let me check right now. I'm 30 hours in that good guy. I'm fucking with it. I like the the stealth. I'm playing a lot more with how you say her name, Naomi.
Nah,
However you
way.
pronounce. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm playing a lot more with her than I thought I would be. I thought I'd be playing with Yasuke
it's
a
cause he
lot
black.
more.
It's cause he's black, huh?
Nah, cause when I seen when they put out the video of his combat, I'm like, hell yeah, that's
Yeah, it's
how
cause he's black. I can tell.
I'm.
Okay.
But then so I really like this. I really like the stealth
But
and it
he
going
ain't a real
through.
samurai. It's fake. Remember?
I
Do you
don't give
care
a
about that?
fuck. I don't give a fuck. I ain't give a fuck about that shit then. I don't give a fuck about that shit now. But I mean, his gameplay still fun. It's just I like the stealth a lot more.
Yeah,
Um,
Hyper G said he's a brute.
and the chain and sickle weapon. That's the weapon I'm mostly using that and the Tonto. And it's legit. It's some stuff that ain't as detailed as I would have liked it to be, as far as just how it look. But I do like how the world is pretty lively in the world and in the little towns, and like how when it start raining, people start like running trying to get out the rain and shit. That shit cool.
How do you
But
feel about the map and like how it ain't like a traditional open world where if you just want to climb over mountains you can do that. Here in
it
this game
don't
you can't.
yeah, it don't really bother me.
Okay.
Cause I use that the the path, the shit, the pop follow path
Mm-hmm.
shit. I just use that bitch, bro. Cause it's
Okay.
like
So you don't
so
play
I
the
select
game plays you.
here this motherfucker go. Now I'm not finna manually ride the fucking horse way across there if it'll just ride. You know what I'm saying? And then I be fast traveling like a motherfucker. I buy them little, the little fast travel points that be like 800 coins or whatever. I
Mm-hmm.
buy them hoes and then, but the combat and the stealth, that's the main thing. That shit fun. And then aside from that, split gate. You know what I'm saying? You been hitting me up every other day to jump into split gate.
I
So
hit you up twice.
you hit what you hit me up? You hit me
Twice.
up.
I hit
My
you up
man hit me
twice.
up. My man hit me up at 7 in the morning and said, "You want to play split gate?" I said, "All right,
Actually,
man."
actually, you hit me up. I was just talking to you. You said you want to play Splitgate. I was just
my
like,
man
okay.
said, "My man said, come on, man, what you doing? You up yet? You want to play split gate?" I said, "All right, bro,
Nope.
we'll play
That's
split gate."
that's not what happened. That literally not what happened. But we'll let Henry tell a story. Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? So me and my boy have been running split. It's been pretty fun though. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't
It'd be funner if I was actually decent at the game. You know what I mean? I
nah,
suck, bro.
man, you get MVP all the time.
No, I know. Stop. I got like MVP once,
Bro, you get
and
if
it
we
was a
play 10
pity
matches,
MVP.
if we play 10 matches, you'll get MVP at least twice. At least twice.
Damn. So I'm 20%. I'm batting 200.
Nah, bro. Cause all right, so we'll
That's a
play
good batting
10.
average for a pitcher.
Look, cause we'll play 10. We'll lose either two or three. Out of the ones we win, you get it twice. Come on, man. That's a good ratio.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm pretty good at the game. Just
Yeah,
I just
bro.
wanted Henry to say that I'm good, but he didn't, so that's fine. But yeah, no, it's been
Wow.
cool. Yeah,
But I told the people you get the MVP, man. That's the highest honor you can achieve in that bitch.
I mean, I got screenshots, so if anyone else wants to see, I can share
Oh
with
yeah, yeah. So you got proof.
I do have proof. And what else you been playing, Henry? That's it.
Uh, yeah, that's it. That's it. Let me think. Yeah, that's it. That's it.
I do not
Yeah.
spawn camp. You can't spawn camp in that game. This isn't Arc Raider, or you can't spawn camp in Arc. Whatever. Uh, Yeah, Assassin's Creed. Yeah, I put in 90 hours into that motherfucking game on accident, not
Nah,
because I
bro.
wanted
You
to.
enjoyed it.
Like 30 hours. Uh, like that. That's nothing in that game. You know what I mean? Like it took me 90. It
Yeah,
was
I got
my.
a long way to go.
Yeah, I suggest you don't. I see you just stick to the campaign, bro, because like you're having a good time now, but it's Assassin's Creed, so it'll suck it out of you. You know what I mean? It'll suck that fun out of you eventually. Whether it's an hour 40, 50, 60, 70,
Hmm.
it'll just suck it out of you. It has you do a lot of shit, and all of a sudden you're in too deep, and you're like, I'm gonna put this game down, and you won't return to it. At least get the campaign knocked out, and once you get to a certain point in the campaign where you're like, okay, all I got maybe is 5 more hours in the campaign, then start knocking out some of the side shit because there really isn't anything you get from completing side quests except XP, and the XP don't even
Yeah.
do much really. So you get materials, right? Materials is a thing that you can get in the game, which is a little bit different than previously. But don't wear yourself out. Is what I'm trying to say. Cause
Oh yeah, nah, I'm not. Cause even with the, it's like some shit in here that I feel like the whole base bit they could have left that shit out.
yeah,
I don't, ain't no real. That's a waste. That was a waste of resource in my opinion. Put that shit up in there.
yeah,
But cause I ain't really, other than going over there to like to the blacksmith to put shit in the weapons and shit. I forget what they call. But whatever the thing you got to go to the blacksmith for, so he can install inside your armor and shit. Other than that, man, fuck the hideout. That shit weak.
yeah.
Um, but I mean, that aside, man, I fuck with the game, and I'm not doing like a ton of side stuff. I'll knock some side stuff out like right before I go to bed or something.
The runes. Thank you, RPG. The runes. What would have been cool if they would have done. I mean, they kind of do it in the game, but it's all fake. Where you can like recruit assassins, and then they go out and steal resources for you. I,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the home
the
base.
scouts.
Yeah, the scouts. I think the home base would have been way cooler if you can actually build up your little army. You know what I mean? Where you can be like, all right,
Yeah,
recruit people, have them train. They become a level 2 assassin, level 3 assassin, level 5 assassin. If he's a sword assassin or a fucking whatever assassin, and then if you want to roll out with 15 assassins on the missions, you can fucking do that. You know what I mean? Like a little bit
yeah,
more command and control type of deal.
yeah,
I think when they have games that have bases like that, I think they need to include that element and make that part of the gameplay because if you're just making a base just to put a bonsai tree, you know what I mean, or make your pathway fucking cement instead of fucking grass, like okay, what does this do? It does nothing for you. You're spending way more time trying to figure out what kind of fucking lamp you're gonna put on the walkway than anything else. But well, I'm glad you're enjoying it, bro. I had a decent time with it as well up until like hour 40, and then I'm like, okay, I gotta get through this because I was getting annoyed.
yeah.
Nelson, you're not sick anymore, so how has been your gaming this last week?
Considerably better. I finished Ghost of Yotoi. I finished playing Gears of War Reloaded with Luke. We were almost done with that when he got grounded. So we
Damn.
went and finished that bitch. I finished Terminator 2D Dark Fate on easy. That's probably all I'll ever finish it on, for real. You only get like 3 continues on that shit, and if you die 2, 3 times on the same stage, well, you just start over. It's pretty hard.
So you finished 3 games this week.
Yeah,
Look at that, starting off 2026.
I was really far on 2 of them though. So
Can you
played some Marvel
answer?
Cosmic Invasion with my kids.
Hmm?
Can you answer RPG's question? Did you beat the dude on the mountain?
Yeah, I turned it on easy.
Yes, he turned it on easy. Uh,
And he still killed me 3 times.
yeah,
That
I was
was embarrassing.
gonna, I was going to, I was gonna go back to him, but then I beat the game and I'm like, fuck this game, and I never went back.
You'll go back when they drop that DLC.
Probably not. I deleted it already. It's out
You
of
can
my
reinstall
system.
it.
No, I'm good. That motherfucker. I like the gameplay is fire. It's just I don't like we talk about with the Souls games. If it's not feeding you right with the story, like
Yeah,
you get unmotivated. It's the same way I feel about Yote. It's like and then I stuck in 90 hours in Assassin's Creed Shadow, which is a similar fucking story, right? It's a revenge
yeah.
story, and you have I think it's I forget how many, maybe 6, 7, 8 of the bosses that you got to fight to get to the main guy. And I felt the same about Yote. It was like it was so similar, and I'm like, I just spent 90 hours, earlier this year on Shadows, where like I had a lot, I had too much of this. Like I don't want no more. There's nothing special about the story. There's no, I mean, I get it. They killed your family. Oh well, they kill Yasuke, or not Yasuke, but the girl's family too, right? So it's like whatever. Um, and I'm just over samurai games, bro. We've been playing a ton of them the last couple of years. Where the Wind Meets came out this year as well. We got Phantom Blade coming out next
Trash.
year. I mean, so many fucking samurai games. Wukong, it's not a samurai game, but it has that vibe. It's just like I'm over it. Like today, so what I've been playing this week is Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora. I went back to that to check out the third person mode, and it's actually really, really good. It changed the whole dynamics of the game. The whole dynamic's different. I fuck with it a lot more. I've been playing that. I also been playing today. I just started actually Trepang. Trepang 2. Have you guys played Trepang 2?
Yes,
Nah, I never heard of it. I never even heard of that.
So that game surprised the fuck out of me today because I played it when I first got it, but I didn't even finish the first level. So I just thought it was like a level based shooter, which it kind of is. But I figured you be in this place, try to get a high score or something, and then that's it. But so I dropped it. Well, I went back today. I finished the first level. I'm like, oh shit, there's an actual story here. And then you have the horror element that surprised the fuck out of me. I didn't even know there's gonna be a horror element in there. So I'm kind of hooked. I was telling Henry earlier
The
that
action in that game is pretty damn good.
yeah, it's really good. I was telling Henry earlier that I felt like making a burger, so I went ahead and I stopped playing to make the burgers before the show. But I would have kept playing that thing nonstop if I didn't have it. And right here, I also started up Star Trucker a few days ago. I streamed that with you guys when I got it. And I think that's about it. That's all I've been playing this week. Oh, I played Firefighter Simulator. They dropped the story DLC. So I played the first mission campaign on that one. But I'm going to be real. This year, even though I have a lot of games, there's nothing I really really want to. What's up, Thrifty? How you doing? There's nothing that I really feel like it's grabbing me right now. I don't know if it's. Hey, Talgisi, bro. Hey. He says I've been noticing this channel playing a lot of live service games. Hey, those are fighting words.
Yeah.
Them fighting words. You know what it is? It's because
Hey, every
Henry.
time I looked at you this weekend, it was Splitgate or Ark. I'm just saying.
Okay,
Yeah.
then you ain't looking. You ain't looking because I put fucking 10 hours in Avatar in the last 3 days. Ain't nobody talking about
That's
that.
worse than that.
Ain't nobody talking about that, right? What was the other game? I streamed this motherfucker right here, Star Trucker. This ain't no live service shit. See, y'all just be saying shit to say shit, man. But yes, I have been playing more than normal, but I blame Henry. It's Henry's fault.
Bro.
Yeah,
Nah,
it's
bro.
okay. Now you're gonna sit up here like you ain't been asking me to play.
Nah, bro. Hey, I wasn't playing Art Raids with you Friday.
Yeah, because you left. You dissed me. That's why. You say, yeah, I'll be there after I'm eating. You never showed the fuck up.
Hey, bro.
That's what happened.
Hey, man.
So that's all you. PC gamer, I have not even played a game on PC since last week. And I didn't even play it. I was just checking my settings on Cyberpunk. And I played a little bit with RPG, but that's it. Anyways, tonight we got a whole bunch of topics, but it's going to be very interesting because the year is starting off strong with some news, man. The 2026 has become a scary year for people, man, for PC gamers in specific. And that fear is creeping into the console space as well. Now, not last podcast, but the podcast before, I told you guys about how King Thrash made a video about the whole RAM and PC
Right
price.
before this shit started, like the day before, fucking the news reported on it. That's crazy.
And even I saw a clip on X from Doc Dark where he's like, I agree with King Thrash. Can anybody defend this or prove him wrong. And basically, what the video was about is he is saying that all these people that make RAM and graphics card and all this shit, they're gonna be
They're done
focusing.
with PC gamers.
They're gonna be focusing on AI, on the companies that are working with AI, right? Why? Because the end user only buys one graphics card every 3, 4, 5, 6 years, a couple bits of RAM every whatever, where they can sell Microsoft a shipment of 200,000 at once. So they're going to focus on the big companies that are working on AI who are needing all these resources. And then King Thrash says that the reason the console market won't be affected is because
They buy
PlayStation,
millions at a time.
Nintendo have been buying way more than Microsoft has, or Google, or any of these people, right?
Asus.
And that makes a bunch of sense. I mean, if we have an order from Microsoft for 200,000, I mean, fuck, PlayStation sold 4 million consoles last year alone. You know what I mean? So
Like 14 million.
So that is why I don't think that the cost will affect the console market as much. I think that there will be other
I think it'll
expenses
still affect it, but
and
I don't
other
think it'll be as
costs,
much.
but I think that the majority of the increases is going to be because of greed. I think that PlayStation, Nintendo are going to say, hey, people are getting this amount of money. Let's try to get this money too. Just like this console generation, they haven't brought the prices down because of tariffs or because cost. No, they've been making money on this shit since fucking year one. They haven't because they don't have to. This isn't 2005 where they got to discount the PS3 $100 to try to beat Xbox, or just get the last units out before the PS4 comes out, right? Or the PS2 to PS3. They don't have to do that shit no more, right? Because we, the consumer, we're buying it like crazy. We're not only buying one, we're buying two, we're buying 3 PS5s. We're not buying 1 or 2 Nintendo Switches. We're buying one for the whole family. Well, not a Nintendo Switch 2, but that's another topic that we're going to get into later on. But Henry, I got into this with RPG last week. He was here with us. You're here. I want to ask you in specific because the rumors aren't going away. The conversations aren't going away. We just had other of these pre-built PC makers, you know, come out in this week as well, talking about costs going up, and it's getting crazy out here. And if you guys paid attention to my topics for the evening, there was an article. I'm not going to read the fucking article, but it said NVIDIA 5090 GPUs are getting way more expensive, and it's only going to go up. So the only reason I pulled that article up was because it got written like yesterday or today. So it's still going. But Henry, what do you think about this cost because of AI, and how much do you think it will affect the console market?
I mean, I agree. I agree with y'all. It affected a little bit. You know, I don't think it'll be nothing too crazy because at the end of the day, when it comes
They buy them bulk.
Yeah, and then too, when it comes to the consumer, even outside of the buying bulk, because this was a conversation that first started popping up, even before all these announcements, and people were talking about how much the Steam machine was gonna be, and it was like these people have their contract already secured about how much Valve gonna be paying for whatever parts, so it's not really gonna affect what they doing over there. They building the console like PC as far as specific components, and you know whatever that's gonna be in that box is gonna be in that box. So they locked in with that, and then the transfer over to the consoles is a similar situation. PlayStation got their contracts together. Nintendo got their contracts together. It'll probably go up a little bit, but it ain't gonna be nothing like where a console gamer will like lose their shit over. But as far as in the PC realm, if you just gaming PCs and piecing together your stuff, you fucked. You gonna have to either buy
They ain't shipping that
secondhand.
to you. They're shipping hundreds of thousands at a time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, so
But
you gonna
wait,
have to your best bet is just gonna be buy secondhand.
sorry to cut you off, Henry.
Sure.
Sorry to cut you off because I just thought about this. Weren't they just saying that consoles dying?
You know what I'm saying? Listen, bro.
Weren't they just saying? Weren't these journalists just like the what's their name? I don't even know their
Maybe
fucking
they
names.
meant PC.
I seen one dude.
Jason Schreiers and all them.
I seen a Black Bond put out a post. He was like, for the first time since whatever time he said, but he was saying for the first time he can't recommend PC gaming. I'm like, I bet you fucking can't. You was talking
Yeah.
about
He's
they
the
was talking
PC
about
guy too, man. He's the fucking.
yeah. He was talking about I can't recommend. I'm like, I wouldn't recommend that shit neither. To be honest, it was good. And then to be honest with you, if you're a PC gamer, look at the games they playing. I
Mm,
wouldn't invest. I wouldn't want to spend that money anyway. I'm not finna spend
mm.
no $4,000 on no graphic card just to play fucking Kick the Avocado. I'm
Mm.
good.
Kicking
Yeah.
avocado.
And well, let me add to what Henry's saying too, because for the last, I got a PC December like 11th or 12th, but we opened it on Christmas Day. And Christmas Day, I bought like 5 or 6 games that my son wanted, right? And these are all
Oh my
like,
god! It was like it was like looking in the mobile store.
yeah, basically, they're all like bullshit. They're like $5, $10 games, right? I set aside $100 for him so you can go crazy. I was thinking I knew he wasn't gonna get no like AAA shit like for $50, $60, but just in case, so I put out 100. He didn't use not even half of it. But then I'm like, okay, well, I got $50 I put aside. Let me take a look. I ended up buying Cyberpunk, which is a game that I already own on everything else. I own it for PS4, PS5, Series X, Nintendo Switch 2. And we also have a PC library because we've been playing on Steam. I've been playing on Steam, and my son been playing on Steam for a couple years now. When I'm looking at the games that are available on PC only, right? Because for me, is the games that I want to play. I'm not going to play a game just because it's PC or just because it's PlayStation 5 or whatever. I go where the games are. So I'm trying to
Mhm.
see what games can I only play on PC that I'm interested in. And guess what? That number is very, very fucking small. And not just is it small, but I'm looking at the top like 100 games being sold on PC, and only a handful you can only play on PC. 99% of the games that are on the top 100 list, you can fucking play everywhere else. So when we talk about do you need a PC? Well, I was impressed with Cyberpunk, right? Because on Cyberpunk, I was getting 100, 110 frames per second. But then I'm thinking, okay, I'm getting 60 frames at 4K on my PS5 Pro. On the PC, it's 1440. And how much did I have to pay out of pocket? So if you get a PC like me, right, you're gonna spend. Well, I got it on sale, so I spent about $1,100 on the PC. Then you got to get a monitor. I got a monitor on sale, a 1440p monitor, not a 4K. 1440, that was another 200. Guess what? I also need a fucking desk, right?
Mm,
Then what else do you fucking need? Keyboard, mouse, right?
mm.
So now,
$1,800 later.
yes, now you're fucking.
You need a chair too.
Now
If you
you're
stand up and play.
that gaming chair, right? So now you're at $2,000 just for your initial fucking setup. But let's say you don't give a fuck about the desk, right? You're gonna fucking use it as, I don't know, use it on your kitchen table. Your entry is still way more for what? For an extra 30 frames per second?
At lower settings. If you don't want to play equal settings, it's gonna be a lot more.
So the cost of entry isn't all there. So I was hoping that games was. There's a reason. I could have kicked out my son from the PC. As a matter of fact, my son hasn't really been playing on PC for the last 2 days. Right? I could have been up there playing any of the games. I got Fear, Cyberpunk. I got a whole bunch of games up there, but I just haven't. I haven't had no need to. I don't feel like going up there and grabbing a mouse and keyboard, and I just don't feel like it. But the cost of entry to PC is just way more expensive, and now that cost of entry is going to get even more expensive.
Boy, that's like
Even
a down
more.
payment on a
Yo,
Ford
fucking
Ranger.
one of the good graphics cards is what I pay for a vehicle nowadays.
Yep.
Like,
So
because
if
I
you-
buy
Like
your
I said,
shit.
RPG.
If you are trying to compare console, right? Even with a base PS5 is 500, you're still getting games at 40 frames, 4K, or not 4K, but what, 1440? So
And then too, I don't even think they do those graphic cards like have specific times of the year where they go on like a discount.
yeah, I mean we just had them for $399 this year.
No, I'm talking about the graphics cards.
Oh no, I mean, yeah, they do. Once the model's old, once the new
Yeah.
year comes, or the new model comes, then they'll drop it in price, right?
That's
But
what I was about to say, bro. When you can get you a station, a goodness gracious station during days of play for the low.
So I think it was a 5090. I think it's $400 or $500. It was, or maybe it was a 5070. I don't know. One of those. One of those that will get you 4K gaming. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they have different tiers, like anything. Like my computer came with a 5060 Ti. That's more for 1440p gaming. Yeah, you can bump it up to 4K on some of the games, but then your frames are going to be around 60, 70, maybe 40, 50, depending on the game itself. And this is all using DLSS, because if you just use the machine itself with none of these softwares, then you're going to be running at fucking 15, 20, 30 frames per second. So when you talk about cost of entry, console is still your best choice. Hell, the PS5 Pro now becomes a much more valuable place to play your games, because most of us already have a TV. Most of us already have a couch, right? You don't got
And
to
it
buy
comes
all
with a
this.
controller.
It comes with a controller. So, uh, Nelson, what do you think? What about Nintendo and PlayStation? Do you think that they're going to try to take advantage of the cost situation, or do you think if they raise
I
prices, it's
would.
because they really need to?
I would definitely take
Wow.
advantage of it.
Wow. 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 You'll fit right in Microsoft. You'll fit right on in. You get your job over there.
I said they should have hired me a long time ago. Well, no, because they ain't got nothing worth selling though. Gotta have something
Fuck you
worth
mean?
selling.
That's the next thing we're going to talk about. They do have something worth selling. So Henry, like I was telling you earlier today, 2026 is coming up, and there is a whole bunch of games that we are excited for. Just a couple of mine: Ace Combat 8, Total War Warhammer. Right, those are two of my most anticipated games. Crimson Dawn, right? Dawn Walker. Those are just
Oh
a
yeah, Don
few
Walker. Yeah, buddy.
that I'm looking forward to. But first party. What
Mm.
are we looking forward to in first party? So I'll go first. So for first
All right.
party, I'm gonna start with PlayStation. First party, the one that I'm looking forward to the most is Wolverine. Now I'm not looking forward to it because I'm like a huge Wolverine fan. No, I'm looking forward to it because I'm interested to see what Insomniac is gonna do with that game. Right? I don't think it's gonna be open world like Spider-Man. And Insomniac also has been beasting this whole freaking generation with games. So I'm looking forward to see what they're gonna do. Another one that crept up that I wasn't interested in, but now I am, is Sorrows. Right? We heard that the
Mm-hmm.
difficulty isn't gonna be like Returnal, it's gonna be less. So now it bumped up into my want list, and now I'm looking forward to that. If we go to Xbox, first off, we're gonna have the director direct this month, and we will know more. But we have E-Day that's supposed to be dropping this year, which I'm really, really looking forward to. Get some fucking Dom in here once again. We
Mm-hmm.
also have um, Halo CE dropping on PlayStation, and the thing that I'm more interested in that one is the two additional missions that they're including, which is supposed to be missions between Reach and Halo CE. So I'm excited to see how they work that out. But then when we get to Nintendo, I don't know what they're dropping. I'm not excited for anything that they're dropping.
They got the Dust Bloods coming, big dog.
Yeah, no, don't give a shit. That's a third party. Remember, we're talking first party.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So Henry, I'm gonna pass and the reason I ask is because of the next question or the next topic we're gonna get into. But Henry, go ahead. Let the people know um what you're looking forward to first party wise from everybody, and then also let me know at the end there what's happening with Nintendo as far as excitement goes or their games.
All right. Well, for first of all, for this first part over here, PlayStation Marathon. You already know Marathon coming soon. You know the extraction shooter for the extraction shooters. Looking forward to that. Looking forward to Wolverine. Wolverine is a comic book character I actually like, so I'm super excited about that. Thirdly, I'll put Soros down. Um, I am interested in the difficulty tweaks they're gonna put on there because I did see some people who were kind of disappointed that they was changing the difficulty on there,
Yeah,
but we don't know in what capacity they're gonna do that. You know what I
yeah.
mean? It could just be in the sense of that
You don't got to
that
start over.
yeah, that one mechanic where he died but then he came right back. That could just be them trying to make it easy. You know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
maybe because I did notice when that happened. and he came back. He didn't come back at full health, so that might be something you can level up to eventually,
What the fuck?
come back at full health, or come back and be invulnerable for a short period of
And
time,
that
something
would be
like that.
enough for me too. Like I don't need it to be 100% easier. Just give me that.
Yeah, yeah. So they could just be like putting some tools in there you beta, utilize in order to get through the game, and not necessarily where you can just go on there and click on the menu and go to easy or sliders, like how Ender Magnolia they had sliders in there to where you could tune how much damage you wanted the enemies to do, how much health you wanted them to have, stuff like that. I don't think it's gonna be nothing like that. I do think that would be kind of overboard for uh how smart to put in the game. But I mean, if they did, they did. But people would be upset. And then, but lastly, Marvel Tokon, we don't got no date for it. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to come out this year. We don't got a date. They did respond to some feedbacks they had got from the last beta. I didn't participate in the last beta, but they did respond to some feedbacks. They talking about, they excited. They're gonna tweak this or tweak that. I think that's gonna be. I'm not good at fighting games, but I am interested in picking that up because it was fun to play. You know what I'm saying? Because you can really pick that joint up and pull off some combos. Um, but never mind because that ain't first party. That's second party.
Yeah.
But I mean that's it for Sony. As far as Xbox, I would have liked to see Fable, but I don't think that's coming out this year. Maybe throughout the
I don't
direct.
know if that game will ever come out, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
it'll
even when
be
they
out.
showed that little preview, it was kind of choppy. It might, I think it's gonna be end of next year type of game. But that's pretty much the only thing from them. I'm kind of looking forward to seeing, but we just have to wait for that direct pop off before we get any more kind of information on that, of course. Because as it stands right now, it ain't really nothing on keen on coming from them. And with Nintendo, I don't know, bro. I'm not.
Nobody know. They ain't said nothing since they came out with all that shit this
Yeah,
fall.
on that.
Wait, they
I'm
didn't come
not.
They
out
I'm
ain't
with
not.
said a damn
anything
thing.
this fall. They only dropped 2 games this fall. What are you talking about?
Three.
All this shit.
Only. Most people don't drop 2 games all damn year.
Not when you release a fucking whole fucking hardware.
Yeah, they do.
So they drop. They
Anyways,
drop. They drop
we'll let Nelson
World.
beat
They
his
drop.
imaginary world here,
They drop
acting like
World.
that's
They drop
okay.
Donkey Kong, and
Donkey
they drop
Kong
Metroid.
Yeah, that's it.
But
and
Metroid ain't their
Kirby and
is
fucking
Metroid ain't their team,
Pokemon.
is it?
Kirby Air Riders. Okay.
Oh, they did put that Air Rider out though,
Yeah, they did.
and
I
Pokemon.
got it too.
Well, it's
So,
supposed to be another Pokemon this year, ain't it?
I don't know.
well,
This was
we're
like
gonna
the
talk
For the
about that.
30th.
We're gonna talk about that. But okay. What about you, Nelson? First party wise, what are you looking forward to from all three?
Token.
Okay.
Wolverine. I just want Phantom Blade. Fuck all that shit.
They ain't first part of it out.
I want Phantom Blade the most. Xbox. I don't know. I don't trust them at all. A lot of shit times their games look good and then they come out and they don't look nothing like that shit. So I don't get my hopes up too much. It's cool. Go shower. Nintendo, we don't know nothing about. Last
Okay.
conference they had, they released everything. So
Nintendo, we don't know nothing about. Well, something that's been going on recently is the cost of Nintendo DSs are going up
Mm.
incredibly high right now. Average pricing on eBay, and I looked right before the podcast, for a decent one that's not too fucked up, we're talking about $300, $350. Mind you, that's an increase of about $100 from just about a month ago. A lot of people are going back to the 3DS. And also, when we talked a couple last week on the podcast, we were talking about how it feels like Nintendo sales have slowed down. Then we're talking about the cost of just everything going up here in 2026. Henry, do you feel
Yo,
like Nintendo needs to do something, or do you think that they're just fine where they're at?
I think that's tough to say because like with what we just said, they did put out quite a bit of games. They put out Mario Kart. They put out Donkey Kong. They put out Metroid. They put out Kirby Air Riders. They put out
Pokemon ZA or
yeah,
whatever the hell it
Pokemon
was.
ZA. And then they got the Pokemon Animal Crossing type game coming out, and they might got another Pokemon. So they got. So if they ain't able to,
But they got games, but they're not. The games aren't hitting,
yeah,
right?
that's what I'm saying. So like with them them putting out the volume they're putting out, if the numbers ain't hitting, then they might be in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Because you would think, like, for example, if it was PlayStation that put out that many first party games in 1 year,
That would never
or
happen, but
that's what I'm saying. If you know what I'm saying, if PlayStation would be riding the high. You feel
Yeah.
me?
Oh yeah.
I feel like. I mean, PS5s are selling, but I feel like they would have already broke the PS4 record. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
That's
yeah.
how I feel, man. It could not be true, but I don't know. I don't know. I mean, because I don't even know what the console sales are at this point, and
We guessed last
people,
week that they were right around the 12 million mark. That's where we
yeah,
guessed.
I don't know, man. I feel like I don't feel like it's bad. You know what I'm saying? But you know how some of these Japanese companies they feel like they ought to be selling an
a
exorbitant amount
gajillion.
of, yeah,
Well,
they feel like they ought to be selling a ton, so they might not be happy with them numbers.
last
And
week.
also too, go ahead.
No, finish up.
I was saying, and also too, some people might be waiting on that OLED. You know what I'm saying? Some people might be waiting on what they might do as far as a Nintendo Switch 2 Lite or something like that. Because I seen a video a couple weeks ago where a
Yeah,
guy
a
was
lot of
talking
people. If
about,
you got 2, 3 kids or something like that, and
yeah,
they mostly play on the
they would
road, you
like a
don't
light
want you know.
version. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. And but then too, the original Switch numbers, a lot went into that. They had the pandemic, they had,
Which
Animal
which
Crossing,
made them sell more.
yeah, and they had Among Us. They had a lot of stuff going in their favor. And then also on top of that, they had like three different consoles they combined into the same numbers.
Yeah,
You had the
but
OG.
Henry, but this is the fastest selling console in history.
It don't feel like it.
It don't feel like it, but the numbers are the numbers. You know what I mean? That we know
Yeah, that's
10
true.
million for sold. That's the
That's
10
true.
million for sold. So I guess the reason I'm asking this question is because just last week we talked about how the biggest strength that the Switch had was that it was $300, right? Like here in my
Hmm.
household, I bought two regular Switches and a Switch OLED because it was so cheap. So it was real easy for me to just, oh, you want one for Christmas? Here you go. I bought my niece one for Christmas. I'd never buy consoles for presents ever in my life. $300? Okay, and a game.
Hmm. Yeah, they was
Um,
hella cheap. Cause even when the Switch Lights came out, they was like 200.
yeah, Switch Lite's $200. I mean, you can get them on sale for like 160, right? But that ain't happening this time around. The console is just too expensive. We're at 450. And like I said back when Nintendo made the announcement with the third parties that they're working with, the pricing, they're trying to compete with PlayStation and Xbox. They're trying to get some of that customer base, whether they convert somebody completely or whether somebody else adds a Switch to the collection they already have. Nintendo doesn't give a fuck how they fucking do it. But when we see that these games aren't hitting, social media has been attacking Nintendo extra hard because they're bricking consoles. They're suing people more than ever. You know, they're trying to sell you a $10 fucking tutorial game, right? Joy Cons now are $100 fucking. They didn't fix shit except make them bigger. Um, People are really starting to notice that hey, this is not where I want to go. And now you see that people not only don't want to go with the Switch 2, but they're also going backwards. They're fucking
Yep.
buying a handheld from 15 years ago. How many times in our gaming history, if we can remember or if we have this data, Fuck it. Let's just take the data out of it because we don't know. But just talking to your friends. Somebody has a PS4, they say, you know what, fuck the PS4. I want to go back to the PS2. Fuck the Xbox One. I want to go back. Maybe the X. That's a bad example, right?
Yeah, bro.
But even the Xbox One, people weren't saying, I want to go back to the OG Xbox, right? Those weren't sold out. Prices wasn't going up for those. Even now, well, we can say that most AAA games are garbage, which I don't agree with that, but I know that the online sentiment has a lot of that shit going on, right? Where every
Yeah, a lot of
AAA
people
game is
say.
trash, right? You don't see fucking PS3s, PS4, PS2, PS1s going up in price. You don't see Xbox. I just bought an Xbox 360 last month for $60 fucking dollars. So you just don't see that anywhere else.
Nah.
And the other thing too is Nintendo games are now going to go up in price. And I'm talking about the old shit. Why? Because the Nintendo eShop don't work no more for the Nintendo 3DS or the 3 whatever they call it. Why?
Mm,
Because Nintendo is the first one to end the eShops for that previous generation, right? Everybody
yep.
waits. I mean, you can still get PS3 games on the eShop. You can get Xbox just cut theirs off last year after what 15 years. But Nintendo is the first one to cut it off. So those people are going to be paying not just for that console, but for the games because you can't just buy digital games for that thing anymore. But it's just all these things that are accumulating, and anybody who looks at all this information and says Nintendo is okay, to me, that makes no sense. To me, you are blindsided. What do you think about what I just said, Henry?
I've been kind of, you know, like I shared with you a YouTube. It's like a couple. It's a husband and a wife that my JRPG life, and they go around, buying DS games. Oh, just a lot of retro games, and they had spoke to it, in the live stream about the prices going up and whatnot. They didn't really say what of a reason or how they felt about Nintendo as a company, but they just spoke to the prices increasing. It was that and the PS2 as far as prices. But I get it, because it's a lot of games on that system, and it's an actual, it's super portable. It's a clamshell. You fold that joint up, throw it in your pocket. You can't really do that with a Nintendo system right now. You can't do that with no handheld no more. To be honest with you, because they just all too big. So I think it's a convenience factor. It's a cool factor.
Mm-hmm.
It's I think a lot of people are kind of going back to a kind of analog style of just that feeling of gaming where you just get you a cart, throw it in there. The game is on there. You ain't gotta wonder if it's a key card or whatnot. The game is on that joint. Slide it in there, boot that up,
Mm-hmm.
and play it wherever you at. You know, and then they do have like Wi-Fi capabilities and stuff, so you ain't like totally shut off from
Yeah, you're not
the
going to the
world.
Stone Age.
Yeah, so because in the games they had like a lot of character, a lot of interesting mechanics. Because you had the stylus, you can do stuff with. You got the cameras, so it's a lot there interesting where you can kind of say that certain handhelds or systems took a step back. I love the PlayStation Vita. You have touch screen front
That
and back,
motherfucker costs more now than it did when it came out.
Yeah,
but
that's
but but
that's what we're
you know what I'm
talking
saying?
about.
On the Vita
Yeah,
though,
Are
like
you? Oh yeah. Well, the Vita is different because the Vita was extremely limited. You know what I mean? And it was ahead of its time.
yeah, that's what
But
I'm
that's
saying.
but
Cause
even then, you don't pay $400 like a 3DS if you want a fucking fair in one in really good condition. No way. You spent 250, 300 on a Vita.
Yeah, and I mean, shit, I wouldn't be surprised if the Vita were to jump up like that because there's a lot of solid games on there. But you got your front and back touch screens, you had your front and back cameras, you had AR games on there, you got gyro on there, you had Bluetooth on there. The Nintendo Switch didn't even have Bluetooth when it first came out. You know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
it's like these handhelds in a lot of ways were had more features, and systems inside them than the stuff we got now. So I can see why people are more. I won't say more interested in it, but again, gaining interest in the older system because they cool. They cool as fuck. And then you had all the special edition ones, so it makes sense. It makes sense to me. And then plus, classics go up in price.
Yeah, it's look, man. I never seen. I haven't seen it. I mean, we all seen console warriors before. It's always been Xbox versus Nintendo, Nintendo versus PlayStation, PlayStation and Xbox is the famous one, right? But
Hmm.
seeing lifelong Nintendo owners, even it looks. Let's just take it back a little bit. Seeing lifelong Xbox owners, yeah, some of the guys are like, fuck it, fuck Xbox, I'm going to PC, but they're still staying in the Xbox ecosystem, right? They still see some sort of value there. Whether it's Game Pass, they're like, yeah, fuck it, I'll just pay the, $15 on PC and get Game Pass for PC there. They're cool, right? They're not completely out of it. PlayStation, well, we don't hear that. What we hear is people complaining because there's not enough first party games or something like that, but ain't nobody fucking leaving PlayStation. But to see lifelong Nintendo gamers say, I am done. I am not buying a Switch 2. I am not buying no more games, and actively make videos, make posts. And then you combine people saying, not only am I not buying a Switch 2, I'm going to go back and buy a 3DS. Um, I'm tired of Nintendo fucking key cards. I'm tired of Nintendo coming in here and breaking my system just because I use a fucking emulator and I own my games or whatever the fuck it is. I think we're in a different space right now, and
Hmm.
especially at a time where it kind of feels like all these Nintendo or companies want to push us towards a certain direction, and we definitely see that with Xbox. Xbox doesn't even do physical games anymore, right? They want you in Game Pass, they want you renting games, and if you're not gonna do that, they want you to buy digital. And if you're not gonna do none of that, they want you on PC. They don't give a fuck. They just want you digitally in one way, shape, or form. PC just took a hit as well as far as ownership goes. On Steam, you don't own your fucking game, right? You own the license to play the fucking game through Steam. The one of the few stores that you actually did own your game was GOG, and CD Projekt Red just sold that, so that's gone. A lot of people are pissed off about that. It hasn't gone away, right? But who knows what this new owner is gonna do with it? So they're going away from full ownership. Nintendo went away, Xbox is going away, PC is going away, PlayStation is going away too. Now they're not at that level of extreme yet, right? But the PS5 Pro, first console that PlayStation ever, well, the PS5, but specifically the PS5 Pro, the first console they ever made where there is no disc drive, right? PS6, a lot of us are saying that they will have a disc drive. It won't come with it. It's something you have to buy separate. That's what we thinking, right? So we'll see when that
Hmm.
next gen comes to see what they actually do, but we can see them taking those steps that way. Then you combine the cost of everything. If you want to get into gaming now, it's going to be the most expensive it's ever been. The most expensive it's ever been. If you're a current gamer who owns a PlayStation, an Xbox, whatever, a Nintendo, it's not going to be as bad for you. But my son, when he becomes an adult and he starts buying his own shit, if shit keeps going the way it is, he might not even be able to afford to. The only way he might be able to play games is buying a fucking LG TV that has Xbox app on there, pay a monthly subscription, and play that way.
$50 a month.
Or get the Nvidia subscription service or PS Plus. Maybe he might be able to get a PS Portal type hardware where he can pay PS Plus monthly and then stream games. So they're pulling us away from that ownership, whether if it's on purpose or accidental, I don't fucking know. I always say that there is no coincidences. I always say that shit's done on purpose. But what do you have to say about that, Nelson? What do you think gaming is headed? Do you think we're headed to what I just explained there?
Yeah, it all depends if prices keep going up. I don't think anybody's fucking like, oh yeah, I'm only gonna play retro. Well, I don't know. If games keep fucking getting shitty and fucking they keep making them about dumb shit, I'm just gonna go retro.
Well,
But
well,
I got
Red.
enough games for life, so
No, you don't. You don't have games for life.
yeah, I do.
Even I only have enough games to last me about 5 years if I don't buy anything else.
I got
Unless you're
plenty.
planning on
Plenty.
rebuying shit, or I mean replaying shit.
I
But
got emulators too. I got like fucking 13,000 games. I'm good for life.
but the what about you, Henry? What do you
What's
think?
up?
Because Nelson's solution is he'll go retro, but it's like, whoa, that's what we're talking about right now is retro, and retro is costing more than a fucking brand new one. So where do you
Yeah.
think gaming's heading with
Emulators are
these?
fucking free.
Yeah, it's a Nintendo breaks your fucking house. Eventually, they're gonna be able to sue your internet company, which, by the way, PlayStation is in the middle
It
of that
don't ever
process right
connect to the
now.
internet. It ain't never been connected. It never will be connected to the internet.
Yeah, the
That
console itself won't be connected to the internet, but they'll say some shit like you use the electricity in your house to charge that console, therefore,
they won't know. It will never hit the internet. They don't even know it exists.
yeah,
They don't even know
okay,
I have it.
okay, you believe that.
Mm.
I do, because it don't ever touch the internet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you posted a picture of your new emulator PSP fucking last month.
Well, that's not the one I was talking about. Oh, I forgot about that. I got
But
even more
either
games
way.
I got. God damn, I'm good for 2 lives.
Henry,
But yeah, hopefully, they get to a place where since Expedition 33 won the game of the year, and generally for the next couple of years, the developer studios they follow whatever the previous winner did. We've seen them. They all want to run and make Souls like, so hopefully, not
mm-hmm.
hopefully, because they will most likely just run out here and make a whole bunch of these double A style turn-based games. We get some of these lower budget, cheaper $40-$50 joints, and you know what I'm saying, we able to keep buying the modern stuff. Cause I'm not gonna say I'm gonna just run and just be ready, because I'm not gonna do that. You know what I mean? If I see a new current game pop off and they look cool, I'm gonna pick that bitch up.
Yeah,
So, I mean, people will maybe buy less games, and then at that point they have to take
There'll
notice.
just be
And
less
then,
studios. That's gonna happen regardless. I've been saying that forever.
yeah, I mean,
There's just gonna be less fucking
less.
studios.
I think it'll be less big studios. I think we always gonna have more smaller
Most of these
studios
small
popping up.
studios aren't even really studios. It's guys that do this shit as a hobby. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, and I don't mind that. I think
Like they
I
work on
think they
movies
make
or something
cool
like
shit.
that, but on the weekends, them and their boys make it. You know what I'm saying? We've always
Yeah,
wanted to do this kind of shit. You know?
yeah. We just can't get too attached to those type of studios though, because you get too attached to a studio like that, they not gonna be pumping out no game every 3-4 years. You're gonna get a game from them, kind of like the Silk Song situation, where you get you a game every 7 years, because they just don't do it full time. But I don't know. I can't pinpoint what's gonna happen. Retro goes up and down. Sometimes some stuff go up and then it come down and go up and come down. It just depends on the trend. You know what I'm saying? Because
It really do.
next year, next
Shit, you might
year,
have something. You might have picked up a handheld or something like that from 20 years ago, and in 5 years that shit might be twice as expensive as you picked it up for. It could be half as much. Like you just don't.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because next
It's
year,
weird. It's all timing.
a 3DS, they could go down. You might can get you one for like
but look,
150.
you guys aren't wrong with the whole timing thing and the price and cost and all that. It's just supply and demand, right? The more
Yeah,
people want something, the higher the price is going to be because these things are limited. But this is fucking different, and that's what I'm trying to explain here. I've been
It's not.
following retro for 10 years, right? I've been buying shit more than anybody here. Probably more than anybody listening right now. I've been fucking buying more shit than and checking prices and comparing prices. And we're not talking about a couple of times a year. We're talking weekly. I have something from eBay. I got something from overseas coming in. I got something from private sellers. I am buying something every single week. So I am in the know on how much shit costs, how much shit goes up. I can almost even predict how much a game is going to cost in a fucking year or two. Hell, there's 5 games in my collection right now that I calculated would be worth money, and they're worth money now. Alan Wake, the remake, that's just worth fucking almost $100 now. I bought it
Deadpool.
specifically for that
Why?
fucking reason. The Ninja Turtles games, that was the easy one. But those are just a couple examples. What the 3DS is doing is different. It didn't happen last year. It didn't happen the year before that. Shit, it didn't happen while the fucking online store was going on. Which normally, when an online store's about to shut down, they usually give you about a year to finish up your purchases. The 3DS only went up about 20, $30 during that time. That's it. Now, what is the only ingredient here that is different? Henry, what is the only ingredient that you can tell of why this cost is going up on the 3DSs right now?
I feel like I
Besides
feel
the
like this.
obvious of supply and demand, because obviously the cost is going up because the demand is getting high.
Um, I feel like what's the word? I guess the sentiment around Nintendo and the Switch.
Bingo. Bingo. And the sentiment around Nintendo the Switch includes all those things we talk about. Game key cards, them bricking your shit, the cost. All these things are creating a mixture that is making that 3DS goes up.
Hmm.
Henry, do you think Nintendo's happy right now that their 3DS is worth a lot more money now?
Nah,
Fuck
nah.
no. They're fucking pissed because they're
Cause they
not
probably
getting
they
a
looking at
lick of
it.
it.
Yeah. Cause they probably thinking, what's the name of that service they got where you can play like their older games through the online
Their
subscription
subscription
service?
service, yeah.
Yeah. So they losing money on that because you can go get you a 3DS and then just go buy the cart and then you don't have to subscribe to them every month. You know what I'm saying, to play
Yeah.
those games or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah. If I were them, but then that's on them, bro. That's on them.
No,
Like,
it
be
is on them.
mad, be
It is
mad.
on them. It is on them, and they did this to themselves. And that's the crazy part about it all is Nintendo is doing this to themselves, and they do it to themselves the other way too. I mean, look at that game that they put out a couple of years ago, limited release only. What's it called?
A Mario
Mario.
triple pack,
Yeah, whatever the fuck
Super All Stars or something like
Yeah,
that.
All Stars.
they did it
I
to
had that shit
themselves.
too, bro. I sold it.
There's no reason to only fucking put that game out for a year. There was no reason to do that, but they did it them fucking selves, right? And then they
Yup.
want to fucking brick people because they're not making any money off of it. It's just the hypocrisy in the company as a whole. These motherfuckers went out and got Mario's enemy to run that fucking company after Reggie, Doug Bowser, literally. It couldn't be written more perfect. If you would have seen a script with a movie how Nintendo becomes the bad guy and they get the CEO to be a guy named Bowser, you wouldn't believe that shit. You'd be like, man, this is so fake. It's so real that it's fake. But that's Nintendo for you, right? I'm not planning on supporting Nintendo anymore. I got what I wanted out of it, which was the experience. If they have a game that I'm interested in, I'll cop it, right? I'll buy a pre-owned because I'm not giving anything Nintendo $70, $80. To me, it's not worth it.
Yeah, bro.
But that's it,
Hey, nah, bro. Like I said all the time, they should just now only be hitting $60.
max. You know what I mean? Max. But that's Nintendo, and it's unfortunate because Nintendo has an IP that it's just scratches that nostalgia. They're good games. It's not like they're shitty games, but they're good games in the sense that yeah, I can play it for an hour today, and then I'll be back to it in a couple months. Whenever you get that itch, you can play it. I just don't understand the adult who only plays Nintendo if they're a gamer. I don't understand that because there's so much better out there. And but I get it. Look, if you're a platform gamer, you're a platform gamer. You go where the best is. I understand that completely. But if you like to play all sorts of different games, I just can't see somebody saying, "Yeah, I'm gonna buy Cyberpunk for Nintendo. I really want to play Cyberpunk, but I'm gonna buy it for Nintendo instead of PlayStation, or instead of Xbox, or instead of PC." Like that's weird, right? If you really want that game and you can afford it, why would you get that shit for Nintendo? I just doesn't explain. Now, if you can't afford it, that's a whole separate conversation, right? You play where you can, and I'm not judging anybody for that. I was broke most of my life, right? That's why I go crazy now because now I'm not broke and I can buy all the shit that I've always wanted. So I come from that place, so I know where you're at. You play with what you can. Hell, Rome Total War, one of my favorite PC games ever. I played that shit on a shitty fucking laptop that I got from the Nelson. What's the store on base? The PX, right? The and I used a gold star to finance that motherfucker. It was like $600. So I get it. You do what you can to play the games that you want, but fucking choosing a Nintendo over all the other consoles that are available to you to play non-Nintendo games, that is weird. And that is where Nintendo is losing. And Nintendo is also not supporting third party. I said this
Uh,
when fucking the Nintendo first came out. Look how they treated that rollout with third party. They didn't give a fuck. Nobody got any consoles, so they couldn't do no reviews. Some of these third party publishers rely heavy. Look, what is the best selling third party game on Nintendo? Do you guys know?
was it Cyberpunk? Hold on, what you
Cyberpunk.
say?
Yep.
Yeah, okay, right.
Cyberpunk is the best selling third party game on Nintendo. Now, people can say it's a coincidence because it's one of the few third party games that actually has a cartridge and the game on there, right? Which, once again, I don't think it's a coincidence. But two, CD Projekt Red said, hey, we're going to get the 64-bit cartridge. We're going to pay for it. We're not going to charge you any extra. So they got some goodwill there. But outside of that, a lot of these other publishers were depending on these YouTubers and journalists to review their game so people could know about it. And Nintendo said, nah, fuck you. We're not giving nobody shit. Then you
Uh,
include the fucking key card shit. Then you include all the other shit we talked about. And it's like, how are you supporting your third party again? You're fucking not. You should. You're getting fucking 30% off that money. Hell, PlayStation has made a fucking career out of 30% off other people's shit. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
So the way Nintendo just doesn't treat their customer base like shit, they treat their business partners like shit, and it's bit them in the ass. Look what happened with PlayStation and Nintendo's partnership in the '90s. Nintendo did that. You know what I mean? They did
Yeah,
that to themselves. If they would have just done the deal how they're supposed to, who knows where PlayStation would have been now? You know what I mean? So they
yeah.
keep fucking biting themselves in the ass over and over and over again. And I think we have now come to a time where the gaming populace is finally enough. Enough is enough. But this is a continuing story. It's not over yet. I'm not saying Nintendo's going to go bankrupt. Absolutely not. They're going to continue to dominate. I just don't think that their internal numbers are going to be as good as they themselves predicted or wanted. Anybody else have anything to say about that before we move on to the next topic?
Nelson, speak up for your boys, man.
I think Nelson headed out. Either way, speaking of CD Project Red, there is a rumor going on, and now articles written about this, that a game that came out 10 years ago, 10 years
Oh
ago,
man,
Henry, is
oh man.
getting a fucking DLC.
So it's a live service, as you tell me.
And this game is The Witcher 3. So the rumor is that CD Projekt Red is going to be releasing a DLC for The Witcher 3 to get people ready for The Witcher 4, which I think it's smart. Henry, what do you think about that?
I think they're gonna kill Geralt, bro. They're gonna drop the DLC and kill Geralt.
Ooh, you think so?
I'm, I wouldn't be surprised, but I was just joking. I think it's cool though, cause I got the game. I didn't. I've never finished the game, but everybody always talk about how good and great the game is. It's just I don't know. I just ain't ever been able to push past a certain point in there. But I think it is smart of them. I think they're gonna get a lot of new people to buy the game when the joint come out. You know,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
cause The Witcher, it's a lot it's bigger franchise than I thought it was. You know, because I'm scrolling through TikTok or whatever, and people talking about rumors about Henry Cavill coming back and playing on the Netflix show, and so he come back. It's potentially more people who would then look to it's a Witcher game out, because like I think you said this, like you didn't know it was a game or something until you watched the show, and then you went and picked the game up. So yeah, it's smart. And then if you just pick it up, you play through the whole game, then play the DLC, then you find out, oh, Witcher 4 coming out, you gonna pick that event. Yeah, it's a super smart thing for them to do,
Yeah.
especially because with The Witcher 3 is also on Nintendo Switch. They might be trying to capitalize on some more sales over there. Even though I think that's you got to play that through the cloud or something over there, don't you? It's some
Uh,
weird way you got to play it.
I think they actually put it on the cartridge. I think that they avoided the cloud. I could be wrong. I don't know. I'm gonna be real.
Okay, yeah,
But
it's been a while, and I
yeah,
just heard it was some kind of weird stuff going on with how you got to play it. But either way, you know what I'm saying. If you got a Nintendo Switch too, and they because I don't know if it's on the Switch too or whatever, but they might even re-release it and put that bitch on the Switch too. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
they finna get some money.
I
They
mean,
finna get some money.
they did the PS5 version of The Witcher 3.
Hmm.
What, 8 years after the fact? So and when people talk about their favorite developers, CD Projekt Red is one of mine, even though they don't make my favorite games. Um,
Hmm.
and they do make one of my favorite games, which is Cyberpunk. It's in my top three of all time. But I really like CD Projekt Red for a lot of different reasons. Mainly is they own up to their shit, right? Even with Cyberpunk, and look, they were greedy when they released it, but they came out and said so. You know what I mean? They're like, look, we
Hmm.
we needed this money, okay? We're sorry. We didn't mean to fuck you, and we're gonna fucking trying to make this better for y'all. And they fucking did. It became one of the greatest games ever. If you haven't played it, I highly, highly recommend it. But just the way they make games is another thing that's impressive to me. But that's not the conversation. The conversation is The Witcher 3. I just never seen that before. A game that is 10 years old and is getting new content. And this is not something that a game's been out like Fortnite, right? The Fortnite is I think going on 10 or 11 years old, but they drop multiple times a year new content. This isn't that. The Witcher hasn't had shit in like 8 years. And now it's
Hmm.
getting a DLC to prep people. To me, that just shows that one, CD Projekt Red not only cares about what they're selling to the gamer, they care, and to me this is more important, is they actually care about The Witcher, the lore, the books, the person who wrote the book, all these things, right? Because they want the
Yep.
continuity in there. And I fuck with that hard because how many people, shit, we see that with Neil Druckmann and himself. He can't even stay the continuity between his own fucking IP, let alone an IP that you're borrowing from somebody else to do, right? Last of Us Part Season 2 on the TV show versus the game,
Hmm.
right? What do you think about that, Henry?
I think it's dope. I think that's what you really want when you have a studio, or even vice versa. You have a game studio that adopt a book, or a TV show that adopt a game. You really do want people who care about the franchise, who care about the IP, and gonna put a lot of thought and care into it, and then go back to the original creator and ask questions, and see about how to go about it the right way in order to not upset the fans, and just build a whole community around the IP while you doing new world building and bringing in new fans, but you also want to bring in your older fans, your more foundational fans with you.
Yeah.
So I think it's only gonna go up for them because CDPR is one of the few studios that I think is like, I call them like PC first studios. Like
Yeah.
if PC had their own quote unquote first party, I would put CDPR in that, for them. And I think that's cool. I ain't got no problem with them, putting out a game, putting it over there first and for a year, and then bringing the console after the fact, because you know they that fan base care about it. They care about it, and at the end of the day, on console, even if we get it late, we'll still be getting a better game. You know what I'm saying? Because when Cyberpunk first dropped, it just put a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths, and fortunately, they were able to rebuild a lot of that faith just through being transparent, and speaking to people and putting out the updates, and then delivering Phantom Liberty. That's what it was called
Mm-hmm.
when
Yep.
when they put that out, and that changed the whole, so people really lifted them back up again, and they only had a lot of that faith in the first place because of how good The Witcher 3 was, and how they stuck to the core of what it was, and they ain't try to change too much, and they ain't try to, make Geralt into somebody he wasn't, and try to modernize him, and nothing. They just that was Geralt was how he was represented in the books,
Yeah,
and people love that, and they like that, and that's what you want as a fan and as a creator, and you can't go wrong when you do it that way. That's the right way to do it.
yeah. And I was telling Henry a couple of days ago, I think it was a couple of days ago, Henry, correct me if I'm wrong with this, but I was telling him that Cyberpunk 2 Project Orion will probably be released in 2030. And I was a little disappointed because that's a long time. But then what I told Henry is that CD Projekt Red opened up a second studio in Boston.
Hmm.
And the reason they did is so that team can work on Cyberpunk 2. And
Hmm.
the team that they are having work on Cyberpunk 2 is the same team that came in and fixed Cyberpunk 1 whenever it was a broken mess. So they
Hmm.
didn't come and say, "Thank you guys for fixing the shit. Now we're going to put somebody else in charge." No, they said, "Oh, you fixed it. You know what you're doing. You're passionate. Go fucking make the second game." Which is
Which is awesome.
exactly what we want from developers. If you have a developer in your studio that is, passionate about, combat mechanics, let's promote him. Let's pay him. Let
Hmm.
him be in charge of that shit. You know what I mean? And that is when you promote creativity and you promote hard work and you do all the things that ideally we would want to happen in our workplace, right? You want to go to work and say, you know what, I'm going to bust my ass. My boss is going to recognize me because of my, the shit that I'm delivering. And then they say, you know what, Will, you're a phenomenal employee. Here's a nice little raise. Here's a nice little promotion.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, the real world doesn't really work like that. It's more about who you know than what you know in most cases. So I really fuck with CD Projekt Red because of that. Now, the interesting thing that I want to ask you before we move on to the next topic is for the Witcher 3 PS5 upgrade, that shit was free. We didn't pay for
Hmm.
anything for that. Um, all the updates they did to Cyberpunk, a lot of it was free. Actually, all of it was free. The only thing we paid for was the expansion, which is the Phantom Liberty expansion. Do you
Yeah.
think that there will be a paid DLC, or do you think that CD Projekt Red is going to continue the goodwill and say, you know what, guys, this will be
Mm,
free to you, or do you think they'll just charge you $5, $10? What do you think, Henry?
I don't think it'll be free. I also don't think it'll be full price of because what like a DLC, a full price DLC now, probably what, $30. I don't
Um,
think.
it
I think if
depends.
you, I think what I'm saying, we looking $20 or less for that joint, and I think it'll be a substantial DLC. I don't think it'll be like the small 4 5 hour joint. I think it'll be a pretty solid, beefy DLC, and I also think people who are Witcher fans and people who love the game and people who like CDPR won't feel slighted by, no, obviously it being free would be great. You know what I'm saying? But I also don't think if they charge a small amount that people would feel like it's a slap in the face. I
Yeah,
feel like people they'll be all right with, okay, 14.99. I'm not mad at it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's gonna be some quality. So I toss them this 14.99. And that's just a number. Of course, obviously, we don't know. I'm just saying. But again, if it were free, that would be cool. But I don't see people being upset about 19.99 or what have you, because we know the new stuff coming, and we obviously know stuff costs money to make, and just so long it ain't hopping out the window talking about no 50, $60. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
I
no,
think,
definitely.
yeah, if it's something like that, I feel like some people still buy it and not care, but I think they'd come under some scrutiny for sure if it was something at that price.
Yeah, I don't think
And
it'll
also,
be. Go ahead.
no, 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 go ahead. I was sitting up.
I was gonna say that I don't think it's gonna be that price at all. I think it'll be the cost of a regular DLC, 10, 15, maybe
Mm,
20. If it's 20,
mm-hmm.
it's gonna be something significant. And that I think for the fans of The Witcher 3, I hope that is the case. I hope that they do get something significant, 10 hours. right? I mean, we had
Mhm.
RoboCop that dropped the expansion DLC to that one, and they even did a physical copy for that. And that thing was $30, but that game was 10, 12 hours long. That was dope, and it really satisfied a lot of the fans. So I hope they do something like that, get everybody warmed up, ready to go for The Witcher 4. And them boys are cooking, man. Look, they released one of the
Yep.
biggest games in history going on 6 years ago, 5 years ago exactly, because it released in November of 20 or December 2020 exactly. So 5 years ago, they released one of the biggest games in history. This year, or I'm sorry, next year, 2027, they're going to release The Witcher 4. That's probably going to be one of their biggest releases in history as well. And then a few years after that, the Cyberpunk 2, which will have the multiplayer they always wanted to do and a couple more things they wanted to do from the first one, which will probably be another one of their biggest games of all time. So it's going to be an interesting moment for CD Projekt Red. And this is one of the studios. People want to talk about Naughty Dog. To me, this is the premiere of the developers in the world is CD Projekt Red. I
Mhm.
don't think they have the restraints of the West. I don't think they have the ideology of the West, and you can tell if you play any of their fucking games. From Gerald in the bathtub, the famous scene in the beginning of the game, all the way to fucking CD Projekt Red, where you can fuck Judy as a lesbian or fuck Pan Am as V, male V, in a tank. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
With her fat ass, her fine ass, and the real live actor's been streaming a lot too. So I'm Oh, she's so sexy, man. God damn it. Anyways,
Hey man. Hey man.
but Nelson, anything you want to say about CD Projekt Red and The Witcher DLC?
Whatever it costs, I'm paying it.
I know you were.
Oh, see. See what I'm saying?
Yeah,
See what I'm
Nelson's
saying?
Nelson
100,
almost
120 million. I'll get a second job, sell a kid, whatever.
Nelson almost lost his life playing that game back when they released.
I lost a job because of that game, like
Yeah,
real
so
life.
Nelson's a big fan. But that's dope, man. Yeah, I'm
That's
looking
how I
forward to it.
got. I got rode up a bunch of times because I wasn't getting no sleep, and I kept falling asleep at work, and eventually it got me fired. So
What about you, Henry? Are you picking it
Damn,
up?
bro.
Hey, what's up, Terrell? How you
Yeah,
doing?
yeah. I'm gonna check it out for sure.
I'm gonna check it out as well.
Yeah, cause that'll probably, get me back, get me into actually finishing the fucking game.
Yeah, me too. I haven't finished it either. The next topic I want to get into, I should have brought this topic up in the beginning, but this is a list of the top selling games on PC or the top 10 selling games on PC. Uh,
Hell yeah.
so Taro, you have to play as female V, and you gotta romanticize Judy, and you can only do it as female V if you're because Judy's a lesbian, so you cannot romance her as male V. So go in there as female V, which I did another playthrough with female V just so I can romance Judy because Judy is fine as fuck, but I still think Pan Am is better.
Yeah,
But
Pan Am the one, boy.
yeah, Pan Am the one. But yeah, that's the only way to doing it. Yeah, you can also bang in the beginning. It doesn't matter if you're male or female. That one chick in the
The,
black dress that
the
works for
corporal
Militech.
lady.
Yeah, the corporal lady from Militech. You fucked the shit out of her. I was hoping you can bang
what
that
game are we
one
talking about?
Cyberpunk, bro. The greatest game of fucking
No.
the last 20 years. You haven't even played it. You're like a fucking internet
I
fucking
put
fat.
67 hours into that piece of shit.
Did you beat it?
No, it wasn't any good.
Yeah. Oh,
Wow.
that's how you know Nelson don't know shit. You're acting like one of these fat fucking keyboard warrior fucking fat fucking live in mom's basement fucking Cheeto dust all over your nipples. That's what you're acting like right now. Yes, Cyberpunk, The Witcher. Nelson, can you romance in The Witcher? No, because your girl is
Yeah,
the
you
one.
can.
Oh, you can. Oh, I didn't know.
You can. I fucked every chick in that game.
What
It
about
was
your
literally
girl?
half the point of the game.
What about your girl? Weren't you loyal to her?
I had a girl. I had a whole bunch of them.
But I'm talking about the main character, the witch.
I think you can. I don't think you can get Yennefer if you get fucking name. What's her name? Redhead, the one I like.
Oh, the redhead is sexy.
Yeah, I always go for her because fuck Yennefer.
Well, I'm thinking of the redhead in the TV show in the beginning. Either way, the top
Well, in
set.
the game she's even better. So
I haven't got to that point. The top 10 selling games on PC. Are you guys ready for this list?
Yep.
I'm gonna start with 10. I'm gonna give you guys a hint. It's a game I've been playing today and yesterday.
Uh, fuck. I
Ubisoft
forgot what.
game.
Oh, Avatar.
Avatar Frontiers of Pandora is in the number 10 spot for PC. That is insane to me because so many people talk shit about Ubisoft, but yet Ubisoft is selling like hotcakes. Same shit happened with Assassin's Creed Shadow, right?
Mm,
So
Being
mm.
number 10 on PC and selling a cop kick, that's like 25,000 fucking units.
number 9 is a game that I call a fucking movie. Yes, exactly, Terrell. It is a 2-year-old game that is in the top 10. That is nuts. Number 9, but also the third person mode, I think motivated a lot of people to buy that game. Hell, it motivated me to go back to it. Number 9 is Dispatch. That is
Shout
the
out
ninth.
Dispatch, man.
Man, fuck Dispatch. That game is way overhyped. That's not even a game.
Listen, bro.
It's not. It's a
Welcome to the
movie.
future.
You don't
Welcome
even
to
got
the
to push a
future.
button. You can literally just hit start and then let it play, just like you do with a DVD player.
Welcome to the future.
Number 8, Claire Obscure Expedition 33. Number 7, Battlefield 6. Number 6,
Multiplayer game of the year.
Warframe. Number 5, Baldur's Gate 3. Number 4, Marvel Rivals. Number 3, Counter Strike 2 for the umpteenth
This fucking
time.
game, bro.
Number 2, it's not a game, it's hardware. The Steam Deck is the top 2 best selling thing on Steam.
That shows
And
you a lot because
That's,
those things sell like shit.
they say which one because the
no,
LCD version was super discounted because they was trying to get rid of the rest of the stock of them.
yeah, no, just
That's how you know. That's how you know PC games on PC don't sell. That Steam Deck's in that top 3 consistently. That bitch take like 5 years to sell 3 million copies, 3
Hey
million
man,
units.
listen, bro.
no. Then
It's always
it took
up there.
2 years.
I'm just saying.
It took 2 years to sell fucking 3 million.
That's what I'm saying. That bitch always in the top 2 for games sold on. What's that tell you?
Well,
You gonna
if
put some
you own
respect on that one.
Steam, you wouldn't put it in the top list, whether it's true or not. Fuck yeah, you would. What, you think that they actually put the shit that really No, these fucking people are whatever. They're marketing fucking people. They know that if something's in the just like the video game awards, if a game gets nominated, people know that that game's gonna sell more. That's just how it fucking goes. But remember the conversation we had at the beginning that when I was looking at games that you can only play on PC, there wasn't that many of them. Look at this top 10 list. Only one game you can only play on PC, and that is Counter Strike
Mm,
2. So when you talk about cost of entry,
Counter Strike 2. That fucking game's older than dirt, isn't it?
mm-hmm. Henry, what do you think of this list?
I mean, it's on par. It sound about right when it comes to Steam. You know, I don't. Counter Strike the game of the century, man. That game ain't going nowhere. Them people love that game. Um,
Yeah, they do.
but yeah, it's on par for Steam. Like I said, what's interesting, what would be interesting to know as far as the Steam Deck is which model, but they probably don't differentiate and
No.
claim them both together. But like I
Mm-hmm.
said, I do know that they were getting trying to get rid of all the LCD screen models because they're gonna stop. They're not producing that one no more. So it will make sense that it did go up because they had heavily discounted them. I
Yeah.
think you could get one for like $320 or something like
Bro,
that.
which is a steal. If you're into a handheld market, look, man, the Steam Deck is a phenomenal piece of hardware, dude. I'm telling you, especially if you don't own a PC. Look, you can play Nintendo games on there. You can play PC games on there. I'm just saying,
Hmm.
for
And you
way
can dock it.
cheaper. Yeah, you can even dock it as well. Way cheaper than a freaking Switch 2. Way
And it's
cheaper.
got the best I think it's called with TTP, whatever it's called, as far as uh its power usage. It's got the best out of all the handheld even the current handheld PCs as far as like your wattage to performance.
Oh
So you know
yeah,
how some games, some of these joints, man, you play a AAA game or your battery die in like 30 minutes.
and the battery
You know,
lasts longer than the Switch.
Yeah,
yeah, you
because it
can.
fucking outputs at the Switch 1 resolution.
Not really.
Yeah, it
You
is. It's
can.
800 to 720 to 800. There's
Oh,
only 80p difference
we
between Switch 1 and.
we forget that Delson knows the Steam Deck and he knows the specs.
I do.
No, you can get 1080p on that bad boy.
No, you can't.
Okay.
It's 800p. Look it up.
Okay. All right. All right.
You can do that on
Uh,
the Asus, the
the
$1,000 joint.
this just confirms what I was saying earlier. I'm gonna be real with you guys. I didn't even look at this list before I put it up there. I just knew that I wanted to talk about it, so it just confirms what I was saying earlier. That to enter PC, you're gonna pay. Shit, I'm fucked up in this game. You're gonna end up paying a lot more than it is to just pick up a damn console. And then last but not least, last topic of the day is it's really just gonna be some guesswork. But Nintendo and Pokemon. Look,
Mm,
I like Pokemon. And when I say I like Pokemon, I'm talking about the Pokemon from when I was a kid on the Game Boy Color. Okay?
yep,
I
that's
tried
the one.
I tried playing Pokemon Violet or whatever, and like the first hour is a tutorial, and it's like, my guy, like people have been playing these fucking games for decades. I'm pretty sure people know how to fucking move forward and backwards and throw a fucking Pokemon, okay? Like it's okay to have a tutorial in the game, but fuck an hour and a half long, like that's just incredible. So I never went past it because I just don't feel like putting up with it. But Nintendo has been, or they made a post about 30th anniversary Pikachu. Henry, do you think that Nintendo is ever gonna go back and do something classic with Pokemon, like how they used to with the Game Boy Color?
I mean, they could release a like
Remake that shit.
yeah, they could do a remake with a Pikachu edition Switch 2. That would be smart. I feel like that's going to sell like a mug.
I fucking buy that.
Include
I haven't played
include
Pokemon in 20 years. I buy it.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. They include the game, the special edition consoles, the carrying case, a whole little pack. And maybe even throw a special edition Pokemon card in there. They could do it. I think it'd do well, or even just a new Pokemon, like a new main edition Pokemon, because I don't think ZA is like a main edition. I think it's like a little side edition type joint. Kind of
Mm-hmm.
like how Arceus was. It wasn't the main line. It was like a side addition too. You know what I'm saying? So I think they got something else cooking, man. Because again, speaking about the Nintendo and about how it's feeling as far as reception, ZA didn't feel like it did all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, because people talk shit about Sword and Shield and about boycotting and all this, but that joint went on to break records. And I played Shield. I didn't finish it. I just one of them joints I fall asleep on. But I don't know, man. I feel like Nin- I feel like it's a different kind of era for Nintendo right now. I feel lukewarm, kind of. So I feel like it would be in their best interest to like Nelson said, do like a remake of Pokemon Yellow. Um, I think it'd be cool, and I think people would enjoy it, especially Pokemon fans, and I think it'll sell and get them in a more positive light. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I mean, isn't that the story of Nintendo's life? It's like they can do a lot more things to get people excited and to get people, interested. But it's like I don't know. It's like they're working against themselves. I don't know if they just can't read the room or if their ulterior motive is way stronger than anything. I just don't know, right? Because
Yeah, that's how I'm feeling about it. Like I don't even know what to say about them. You know what I'm saying?
like their history is so long, right? They got so many games, so much IP that I don't want to say anything they put out is going to be a guaranteed hit, but it's as close to guaranteed as you can get.
It's guaranteed to sell 3 to 5 million copies even in a bad game.
So
You know what I mean?
I don't understand what their freaking problem is. It's like they just keep making mistake after mistake after mistake. And look, we're seeing it now with people saying we're gonna go with a 3DS instead of a Switch 2. It's insane. But Nelson, what else do you have to say about that? Anything
I don't
that
know.
they got coming out?
I think Nintendo's in a rock between a hard place for consoles in the future though, because if you go back to just a regular handheld and you take that dock out, that would help you with your price. But then people are gonna fucking lose their shit. They're never gonna make a home console again. That just don't make no damn sense. So if they take that away, you know what I mean? People are gonna be like, man, we used to get a dock and blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? So like, and are they just gonna make Switch 3, 4, 5, whatever? They kind of box themselves in. I guess is what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
Well, that's what
Where do
they
you
They
go from
gonna,
there?
well,
I
that's
think they're gonna just rock out with the the regular, the OLED, and then whatever light. You know
I'm
what I'm saying?
talking
I
about
think
like
that's how they gonna do.
like next gen, like, because if you take that dock away, people are gonna be pissed.
Well, it works when
But
you
it would
take
help
the
you
dock
keep that
away and
cost
it's a
down. You know
light.
what I'm saying? Like if you didn't have that dock right now, they could sell that shit for $350. You know what I mean? That
they
dock like $100.
they can sell that fucking thing right now for $350 and still make money with the dock. They just don't want to. They just don't want to.
You don't really have a whole lot to back that up, but
Come on,
I'm sure they make money. But
look at the
I bet you they don't
hardware.
make $100.
Look at the hardware they have in that thing. You don't need to know anything. Just look at the fucking hardware.
What
It's
do you mean? The
all
fucking
old.
Asus does 720 fucking 21 frames or whatever, and that bitch is $600. There ain't no dock neither. Handhelds are expensive to make decent. Really, they are.
That's like
They're fucking
PlayStation
expensive.
don't have to sell their console for fucking $550. They don't have to. They choose to. They've been making money on these things forever. Year one, they were making money. I don't think that they're fucking hurting for money at all. There's no way when their numbers, their financial numbers come out every year and they're fucking killing it year over year. There's no fucking way.
PlayStation, their numbers suck.
Yeah, right. PlayStation is fucking what?
7%. That is, I would fire your ass.
PlayStation is 40% year over year better than last year. What do you mean their
Maybe for
numbers suck?
revenue. They're
Yeah.
at 7%.
Yeah.
That ain't good.
Fuck you mean? That's the average for the last 40 fucking years.
For PlayStation, this shit sucks.
Yes. No, whatever. But yeah, they're doing well. They're not hurting for money. Video game industry is selling better than ever.
I'd find something new to sell.
And Nintendo will be all right. Damn, what the fuck happened here? Nintendo will be okay. But either way, that is all we got for you guys today. Welcome to 2026. I am
Yes, sir.
excited to see what this year brings in games. We talked a little bit about the games that we're excited to see. Henry, we talked about first party, but what third party games are you really looking forward to?
Oh man, I'm looking forward to 007.
Even with the dilemma.
Ooh,
Yeah, the reason
that latest thing, I
the reason why though, because even in there, they said he's still gonna be doing the same type of stuff. So
Wait,
I'm just
hold up. What's the problem? I don't even remember. What were they? What are people bitching about now?
about it was a situation as far as they were asked if he was gonna be like doing the whole womanizing thing in there,
Mm-hmm.
and they did say that was still gonna be in there. It just to what degree? I think we waiting on. I don't think they gonna take it out completely or change the character as a whole. I think it just may not be a focal point in there. You gonna just kind of see it. You feel me? So I'm still looking forward to it because based on what we've seen as far as gameplay wise, it's still like some of them I'd be interested in playing.
Yeah.
And the car chase stuff did look cool. I'm looking forward to Ties of Annihilation. Hopefully that come out this year. We see some more about that. I'm super interested in that game. the game.
Phantom
What's
Blade.
what's the joint? The joint that the dude had the powers like the Avatar Last Airbender. They had showed it like 2 months ago.
I don't remember.
There's so many games, it's hard to remember, ain't it?
Yeah, they showing a lot of stuff, but that game, I probably remember the name of it later.
You know what's fun? No, actually, you know what pisses me off? I should say. You know what? That Xbox show that they had, the number one game I was interested in their showcase got canceled this week.
What game?
That Mudang game. That it was like Splinter Cell. You know what I'm talking about?
Man, I don't.
Nah, I actually do not.
Anything over a year, I just blank out of my mind.
That's what I think,
Ain't
bro.
been a
Like
year, it was the summer.
you announce your joint
I'm gonna
that
pause
early,
this to
bro.
find it.
That's why
people gonna forget.
That's why I'm so mad at Phantom Blade. It's like, bro, you guys been talking about this shit for 3 fucking years. Like, I'm over it. I felt like I played the game, beat the game, liked it, didn't like it. I'm
I
over
found
it.
it 6 months ago. 6 months ago. I'm putting it in the thing. They canceled this bitch. This is the number one game I was excited for. It's like Splinter Cell.
Who was making it?
Mudang.
Mudang was making it?
That's the name.
Oh, I thought that was the name of it.
No, it is. It is Mudang Two Hearts. I don't know who makes it.
Oh, I see.
I don't remember this shit.
They canceled it.
Man, come on, it's Xbox, bro.
Come on, bro. They canceled Perfect Dark. You already knew you was on borrowed time.
Oh yeah, you're right. I do remember this one. Yeah, this one did look good. And we were just talking about how there ain't that many single player narrative driven shooters anymore. It's like they don't. If it's a shooter, it's automatically live service. Yeah, it sucks. I mean, Xbox has some shit that I'm looking forward to. We'll find out more during the direct that they got going on this month. And remember, Xbox is the only one that be dropping shit day and date, or surprise drops during their directs. So I'm excited to see if they even drop anything. They did that with Hi-Fi Rush a couple years ago. They did it last year with Ninja Gaiden 4. They did it, so they're known to do that, and I hope they continue it. And I think that when you do awards or shows like that, not award shows, but shows like how the direct is, I think that's one of the best ways you can end it off at is, oh, by the way, fuck the one last thing that ain't going to come out for 3 years. How about this fucking demo that you can play today? How about this new game that you can play today? Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
I do like the demos. It makes more sense than just launching a game without any fucking advertisement. But
fuck you mean? That is the advertisement. People tune in to watch these shows. Look at Jeff Keighley. Almost 200 million people tuned in to watch that motherfucker. That is the marketing. If you can't sell 100,000 copies off that announcement, then your game ain't gonna sell 100,000 copies. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know what else to tell you. But if
that shit borderline like getting a halftime commercial.
Facts. Now I wouldn't drop like a AAA game, like that. No, I would do my marketing cycle 6 months out, start promoting it. But if you got a AA, an indie, man, let that bitch rock on day and date. You know what I mean? Let that bitch go.
Man, shit, bro. If I had me a AA, I hit G off every year.
Because if
$1 million.
If you have something, like let's say the direct is tomorrow, right? And they're like, oh yeah, by the way, this game come out today. I'm more apt to buy it right then and there than they say, oh, it comes out March 15th. Oh, what else comes out March 15th? You got this game, that game. Oh, I'd rather play this one. So now you're putting yourself in a situation where now you're competing with other games. But if you drop it on a random fucking Wednesday night or Sunday night, in this case, you probably get more people to buy it instead of having the game compete with other shit that may be dropping at that time. But either way, Nelson, any other game that you're looking forward to besides this Mudang shit?
Oh, I'm sure. Well, no, that got canceled, but I'm sure I can't think of what the hell it is though.
Then it ain't that much.
So many damn games coming out. I don't think there's anything really in January I want though.
The only thing I'm looking for in January is Cult of the Lamb, Winter Wool, I think it's called, expansion. That shit looks fire. I can't wait for that. I already beat the game a couple times. I can't wait to play it again and beat that expansion. That drops at the end of the month. Otherwise, I think my next big release that I'm really looking forward to is Crimson Dawn or Crimson Desert, and that will be till March, I believe it is.
Yeah, I just want to see how fucking polished that bitch is when it drop. I feel like it's just too much in that game for it to be polished day one.
I feel like they've been working on it for so long that if it ain't polished, uh, they're doing it on purpose.
What
And
game?
don't they supposed to have like fucking mechs in that bitch and shit?
I don't know if it's supposed to have mechs. I think you're supposed to
Crimson
get
Desert.
on like animals maybe, but I don't know about mechs. Bro, and we've known about this game for like 2 years too, so it ain't like they just announced this motherfucker last year and now
I
no.
found out one of my kids is a fan of an Xbox Series this weekend.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
What he like?
Luke,
Brute Force?
he likes Forza Motorsport not Motorsport. He likes Forza Horizon.
Yeah, it's a good game.
Nah.
Oh yeah, the Tokyo joint's supposed to be coming out with next year.
This year,
Oh, this
Yeah.
2023.
Oh, this year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be a good look. That's gonna be now that joint gonna be $80 for sure.
Yeah, if Xbox can get away with it, they'll try to get away with it. I ain't paying 80. Shit, I won't even pay 30 for Forza on PlayStation. I've been waiting for that bitch to go down to 20 before I even fucking look at that
no,
motherfucker.
Me too. Luke's like, it's on sale for 35. I'm like, that bitch better keep going down.
Yeah, I'm not.
My
Yeah,
little brother been playing the fuck out of that
I
shit,
know I ain't
man.
gonna play it a lot, so
I'll stick it
He
out.
just-
I'm like, we got the best one anyways. We got 3, and he's like, why is the 3 the best? I'm like, because it's got the best fucking background area. That's why. So
Yeah,
he's like, we already have the best. I'm like, yep.
I'll put in my 50, 60 hours into it and not play it again like I did with GT7. It's like I put in my time, I move on. I don't care about the live service part of it or buying every car or none of that shit. I just want to enjoy the campaign. If it got a little bit of a campaign, I'll play it. But either way, that's it for tonight,
Oh,
ladies and
he got
gentlemen.
me, motherfucker.
Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Henry, where can the people find you at?
on the Discord, on the YouTube, on the X.
Yeah, go follow Henry over on YouTube at Henry Heck.
Where else I'm at?
Twitter.
That's it. Yeah, X. Yeah, Discord. Yeah. And that's what I be on. That's what I be. Oh, wait, and PSN.
PSN.
Yeah, catch us on that split gate, man.
Yeah. Join us for the Tuesday community game nights, Tuesday nights. And Nelson, go follow Nelson over on YouTube. And where else, Nelson?
Twitter. That's about it, really. Nelson's Gaming Culture. Plenty of new stuff up there.
There you guys have it. And thank you guys so much for hanging out. We'll catch you guys next week. Keep it gaming.